We're talking about Oprah Winfrey, Ted Turner, Warren Buffett. Listen to me. I don't care how much money you make. You only get 24 hours in a day. And the difference between Oprah and the person that's broke is Oprah uses her 24 hours wisely. That's it. Listen to me. That's it. You get 24. I don't care if you broke, you grew up broke. I don't care if you grew up rich. I don't care if you're in college, you're not in college. You only get 24 hours. And I blew up literally. I went from being a high school dropout to selling 6,000 books in less than 6 months. What happened? In my 24 hours. I was like, okay, Eric, you got to get a grip on your 24 hours because you're about to be broke for the rest of your life. And that's all I need you to do for me. I can tell you all about your life if you just write down your 24-hour schedule for me and you let me look at it. I can tell you where you're going to be in 5 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 10 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 20 years if you keep that schedule.
What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the first decentralized digital currency. Bitcoins are digital coins you can send through the internet. Compared to other alternatives, Bitcoins have a number of advantages. Bitcoins are transferred directly from person to person via the net, without going through a bank or clearinghouse. This means that the fees are much lower, you can use them in every country, your account cannot be frozen, and there are no prerequisites or arbitrary limits. Let's look at how it works. Bitcoins are generated all over the internet by anybody running a free application called a Bitcoin miner. Mining requires a certain amount of work for each block of coins. This amount is automatically adjusted by the network such that Bitcoins are always created at a predictable and limited rate. Your Bitcoins are stored in your digital wallet, which might look familiar if you use online banking. When you transfer Bitcoins, an electronic signature is added. After a few minutes, the transaction is verified by a miner and permanently and anonymously stored in the network. The Bitcoin software is completely open source and anybody can review the code. Bitcoin is changing finance the same way the web changed publishing. When everyone has access to a global market, great ideas flourish. Let's look at some examples of how Bitcoins are already used today. You can purchase video games, gifts, books, servers, and alpaca socks. Several currency exchanges exist where you can trade your Bitcoins for dollars, euros, and more. Bitcoins are a great way for small businesses and freelancers to get noticed. It doesn't cost anything to start accepting them, there are no chargebacks or fees, and you'll get additional business from the Bitcoin economy. For your first Bitcoins and more information, visit weusecoins.com.
At this time of unprecedented worry and anxiety, driven by a single virus, baffling the brightest minds in science, there are lessons that we can take from this global pandemic. We are all equal, regardless of our culture, religion, occupation, financial situation, or social status. It is reminding us that we're all connected, and something that affects one person affects another. It is also reminding us just how important family and home are. How providing for those we love is of critical importance, especially in times of crisis, and how difficult or even impossible that can become under certain circumstances. The world we know is going to change. There's no escaping that fact. One thing still in your control: what you do with your time. There's a tiny percentage of people globally that are completely free of debt, not beholden to anyone. And as incredible as that may sound, anyone can accomplish a similar degree of this success. With proper guidance, you can attain the same freedom and the same peace of mind to enjoy family and friends, regardless of what may be happening in the world around you. While real financial security is available to everyone, it doesn't happen on its own, and it's not easy, but it is absolutely possible for you. To learn what steps you can take today, and to make sure that you're numbered amongst those that are financially free, get back to the person that shared this video with you and take action today.
All right. Pleasant day to each and every one of you. I'm so pumped, so blessed, so excited to share this opportunity, to share my story, and to just give you the information that you have been looking for. Trust me, if you haven't been looking, you will be looking and you will be wanting more information after this. All right. So my name, if it is you don't know, is Nicholas Bagwandin. I've been in this business about 14 months now, and I haven't had any regret, not even the slightest regret. Why? Because everything that this company continue to promise, continue to say that they will do, they continue to deliver. So why it is we share this business is because this business is Forex made simple. All right, because we have a team of traders that do the trading for us. Whereas, let me just give you a little insight. So a few years ago, I was introduced to the Forex market and trading and all of that. And I didn't even know what Forex stands for. So it stands for Forex market. Now I know that, all right, being exposed to it and having a little bit of experience in it. And at that point in time, I had to do the trading on my own. And I was given the education. Now the education was top class. But for me, the Forex market and trading helped me to learn some things of myself. It was a lot of mental. People would tell you it's 90% mental and 10% skill, but I didn't have any at all. And it took me a longer time. So I lost a lot of money, a couple hundred US well. And when I heard of this company where it is, I don't have to do anything, and the traders doing everything for me, I say this is the thing for me. So I don't know if you may be looking for something like this, but we'll get right into it here so you can get your information. All right, before we do so, however, we have an event coming up this Friday, Lord willing, where Mr. Adrian Sukdew will be launching his business. Why have he decided to do this? Why does he decided to go public with this? I don't know. Well, let's hear his story. So you don't want to miss this event, Friday, 7 p.m. Same meeting ID, same password, same time. All right. So Friday, 7 p.m. So you want to get on that, because you're gonna hear his story. You're gonna hear why he got involved. You're gonna get to know how he got involved, and you would even have a chance of getting started for free that night. All right, so that's an event you don't want to miss. We will be excited to show you the opportunity and to see you there as well. So as we get into this presentation here, there are some things we want to remember. All right, first and foremost, no referrals needed. Now you're going to hear some things that might say otherwise, but I wanted to let you know from now, it is not mandatory. There is a network marketing aspect to this business, but it is not mandatory. Okay, so there are no monthly subscriptions. You don't have to worry about committing to anything extra or additional to the responsibilities and bills that you already have. Concerning the meetings, it is not mandatory. So while it is we share these meetings, or we do these meetings every single day of the week, Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. and 7 p.m., this is basically to new persons. If it is you think you're inside already and you want some more information, you want to be a little more familiar, that's all well and good. All right, but the meetings are not mandatory. And as I said before, just let the pros trade for you. You all don't know how excited I am about this, because as I said, I've lost money in the past and now it's only uphill from this point on. So the Cashfx industry is online learning. So the is involved in the online learning. So they also offers the education if it is you want to familiarize yourself with the Forex market and get into that. Okay. The other trending industry, of course, is the Forex market, which is the largest financial, most liquid market in the world. $5.3 trillion trading volume per day. I mean, that's simply amazing. If it is, we can get a percentage of that, which we have been getting, which I have been getting for the past 14 months, is just simply amazing. That's without me being behind a screen, lifting a finger. It doesn't matter what it is I do on a daily basis. that comes in. Okay, so what about this Cashfx group has me so excited and has our team so excited? Let me tell you why. Because they have some core values, and I'm a preacher. I would continue to say this time and time again. And as a preacher, I identify values and I understand the importance of it. All right, because without values, you don't have standard. Without standard, then what it is you're really standing for. So this company core values are transparency, honesty, and respect. And 14 months into this business, I can really confirm everything that they are saying and everything that I am sharing here. If it is I couldn't confirm it, then I wouldn't have been taking the time to share this here with you today. Okay, so apart from that, their purpose is to provide the average person the academy, the education, and success in the global forex market through that automated system, whereby the team of traders, together with artificial intelligence, they can now produce that success for you and for the average person, without you having to put out a bunch of money or having to dedicate all the time to learn how to do it on your own. They also position themselves to provide the education to suit the need of wherever you are. Whether you are a beginner or an advanced trader, then they will provide the education to suit. Yeah. So about the people. So they have a team of professionals and experts, which basically in all aspects of the business, any area you can think about, they have it. All right, so the project management, financial market, network marketing, educational arena. Some people ask if all these things necessary, and I continue to say every single time, definitely. Why is that? Because you want to have the best, you want to be most effective. Now, while problems may arise, you want to have specialists in these areas so that the problems can be resolved and be resolved quickly, so that we can continue moving forward. So who put this team together? The founders. Who are the founders? Mr. Huasca Lopez. Mr. Huasca Lopez is a network marketer / successful entrepreneur. He's really sincere, really humble. Every time I hear him speak, I get more and more confidence in this business, because I realize that he cares about the people and not just about the business. All right. So you'll get to understand why it is I'm saying that. And when it is I say that I hear him speak, it's not just a video that I'm looking over, but it is live update calls where it is we have these sessions every single end of the month. And we see the persons behind the scene. The next founder is Mr. Edwin Abad. He is the VP Trading of Operations. He and his team, the team of traders, have a combined experience of over 25 years. So they are experienced, they are skilled. Not only that, but he is also passionate about forex trading. So you have people who love what it is they do. They're not just skilled and they're not just experienced, but they love what it is they do. And when it is you find that you really believe that with that combination there, you would get the best results. All right. As for the location of the business, it is located in Panama City, Panama. Yeah. So concerning how it is you get started, you purchase a contract. There are 15 contracts in total, ranging from 300 USD all the way up to 100,000 USD. As I mentioned, education before, there are 3 levels of education. When it is you purchase any one of the contracts, you will have access to to the different modules in these 3 levels. All right, so from the 300 all the way to the 3,000 contract, you'll have access to the elemental series of education. From the 5,000 to the 20,000, you'll have access to the advanced series, and from the 30,000 all the way to the 100,000, or the gold standard, as we like to call it, you'll have access to the supreme series. At this point, you would now be a graduate. You would now be able to jump into the forex market on your own and to provide yourself with an additional stream of income, apart from what it is Cashfx is going to do for you. So that's pretty amazing. And no matter where you start, whichever contract you start at, just keep in mind that you can work your way up. All right. So let's get into it. How do you earn from Cashfx? The 2 main ways is, firstly, bare capital. So every single member in Cashfx globally earns bare capital. What is this bare capital? I think probably 100% of the persons who get started with Cashfx starts because of bare capital. Bare capital is when it is you purchase any one of the contracts mentioned before, you will have access to the education one. But not only that, the trader is gonna start a trade for you after 3 business days. So they promise anywhere between 0 to 3% daily, a maximum of 15% for the week. That's a lot, all right, comparing to financial institutions and so on. But not only that, this would continue to accumulate over a period of time until it reaches 200%. So you have 2x of whichever contract you get started with. Not only that, but the other way in which it is you earn is bulk capital. Now, bulk capital is optional. Remember, I said that there are no referrals necessary, needed. So if it is you just want to accelerate the rate in which it is you earn, if it is you just enjoy earning passively week after week, and you say, hey, I'm benefiting from this and I want to help somebody else benefit from this too. If you decide to share, the company is going to pay you for that. All right. You will have commissions, and I'll show you a breakdown of that, and you can earn potentially up to 200% of this side as well. So on one contract, that's up to 4 times the contract size. That's pretty amazing. Now, why it is you have a cap, we need to understand the importance of this. The importance of having a cap or a limit as the one contract can earn is so that the company can budget for you. Why that is so crucial, why that is so important, because we don't just have an unlimited flow of money and you're seeing it on a screen and then it's trouble. All right, so they can budget for you so that they can take everything into consideration when it is they're dealing with your finances. Not only that, but if it is interested in making the most out of this business, there are different rank levels where it is you can have the option to climb the leadership board. Okay, so there's a breakdown now of the contract when it is you purchase. For example, here we have the $1,000 contract. And what happens with this contract, as I mentioned before, we have bare capital. With the bare capital, we have 70% going into a trading pool. That is where I mentioned the trader is going to trade for you. This goes into the broker account. So please, when it is you're doing your research, Cashfx is not licensed to trade. Cashfx is not a broker. Cashfx is not licensed to hold person's money. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So EverFX is the broker, and when it is you pay for your contract, 70% of that goes into the broker account for the traders to trade for you. The broker is EverFX, and that 70% is insured. So you get your returns after 3 business days, week after week after week. It continues to accumulate until it reaches 200%. This scenario, $2,000. All right. With the other option is bulk capital. So the 30% is actually paying for your education. So it's not to say that you're getting started and you have to pay somebody else to get started. No, it's nothing like that. You are actually getting something in return for your money. So you're getting education one, and you're getting the option for the traders to trade for you to earn passive returns on a daily and a weekly basis. So that's pretty amazing. But check this out, 100% of that education money doesn't go to the company. It goes back towards the people. And this is why it is I've said that the CEOs, they would have thought out everything. And that is why I say that they care about the people rather than just the business. Okay. So a breakdown of that is, let's just say you get somebody to start with a $1,000 contract underneath you. How this would work is you would receive 50% of that education money. In this case, would be $150. And then the next 50% of that would go towards the uni level, and I'll get into that shortly. So once this person renew their contract or upgrades, or you continue to get more persons, then you can earn up to 200% on the bulk capital as well. What happens at this point? You hit your 200%, your contract expire, then what? You have to withdraw your money. All right. So when you withdraw, you have a 20%. So check this out. You have 2 options at this point when it is your contract expire. Your 2 options is this. Option number 1. When you withdraw this 2,000, 20% comes out, you remain with 1,600. So you can take that, cash that out, and leave the company. It's good to know you're not tied with the company for life. So you have your $1,000 that you've gotten started with, and you have 60% profit. Not bad. All right. So that's option number one. Option number two is you take 1,000, repurchase the contract, and then you have $600 to pocket and to do whatever it is you like. That's another option. Your third option, however, as I mentioned before, you can work your way up. All right, so it doesn't matter where you start. All you need to do to upgrade is before your contract expires, you are just going to pay the difference from the contract that you're on to the contract that you want to upgrade to, and just take into consideration the withdrawal fee as well, the 20%. So this is just a visual that we would have done up a simulation because people like visual and so on. While I must put this out there, disclaimer, past profits doesn't guarantee future results, but we would have done this with a weekly profit of 5% because on a normal trading week, we haven't seen anything lower than 5%. Okay, so even if it is a start at the $300 contract, you would need $250 to upgrade. Why $250? $50 is the 20% withdrawal fee, and $200 is the difference to move from the 3 to the 5. Easy maths. The company would have installed a new feature, right? Is you can now upgrade from your back office. So the upgrading process actually take about 2 to 3 minutes. So let's just say you're not even referring persons to this business. You could log in every 4 to 5 months based on however long it takes, and you can just upgrade. So you'll see the timeline that we have on the right-hand side of your screen there. And that is it. As soon as you have the amount, you just upgrade. You just upgrade as soon as you have the amount. And it would take you just over 5 years with this flat 5% average to upgrade from the 300 all the way up to 100,000 contract. Now, keep in mind, this is without you putting in any more money into the business, and this is without you referring or sharing this opportunity with anybody else. So you can treat this like a savings plan, a retirement plan, whatever it is you want this to be. 5 years time, approximately. That's pretty good. All right. So the 20% that I spoke about before is the force matrix. It goes into the force matrix, sorry. So this force matrix 3x10 is that 3x10 structure, 3 wide, 10 levels deep. Every row increases by 3. So the 20% actually doesn't go to the company. 100% of that money goes back into the network. Because if it is, we look at it, we see out of that 20% withdrawal fee. So let's just say somebody withdraw $100 or whatever it is the amount, we have the split up here. Every single dollar is calculated for. So we have 50% going towards the matrix bonus, 10% matching matrix bonus, 40% leadership rank bonus, and some of these things, or at least the force matrix aspect, is bare and bold. So whether you're sharing or not, you would profit from this bonus as well. Now, this was designed to create a residual income for all of Cashfx members to ensure the longevity of the business. You're talking about thinking long-term. Well, I believe that this team, that these people behind this company would have thought out everything. So moving forward, they can last long and they can really have a strong foundation. All right, so the uni-level bonus is another thing that I mentioned before. How this works is that when you get started with Cashfx, you're an ace trader. That's the rank that they assign to each and every one as they begin. So an ace trader only have access to 4 levels deep. Okay, so 4 levels deep, which simply means that you got signed up, you're bringing your mom. Your mom say, hey, this thing working. Your mom bringing your dad. So your dad will be on your level 2. Your dad say, hey, this thing working. He carry it to one of his work friends. Then that work friend would be on your level 3, and your work friend share it with somebody else. That person would be on your level 4. And just like that. It's not to say that you can't have 100 level 1s. You can have any amount of level 1s you want, but only up to level 4. Okay. And how this works is that if it is you have somebody on your level 5 or level 6 or even beyond that, you would not receive commissions for that. And that's what I'm saying. In order to receive those commissions, or in order to make the most out of this business, you would want to rank up. All right. What do I mean by rank up? you create or make a certain amount of business, you bring in a certain amount of business within a 30-day period. So that's how it is. You hit executive, you would unlock up to level 6. Manager, you would unlock up to level 8. Director up to level 9. President Club, global ambassador, global ambassador, you unlock all the levels and receive commissions for every single person in your organization. All right, I've been building since day 1 and I have no regrets. All right. Many people ask me, well, what contract you're on, how much you're earning, and all of these different things. And if it is you meet me, maybe on a one-on-one, I would share that information if I choose, but it's definitely working. So just an update. Last month, as I mentioned before, we have update calls with the CEO, with the marketing director, with those persons behind the scenes, and we would have gotten an update concerning the rank advancements. And these are the figures. Imagine in this crisis, we have 38 new executives, 9 new managers, and 2 new directors. That's simply amazing, because as the Chinese have this saying that crisis, while it means danger, it also means opportunity, and people are taking advantage of this opportunity. And I want you to know that you can take advantage of this opportunity as well. All right. So apart from unlocking these uni levels, you also get prizes. You also get a one-time prize. So for hitting the rank of executive, what do you get? You get an iPad or 75% of the cash value, which is $675 US immediately. Right? Or at least when it is they're making the payout and stuff. So when you hit the rank of manager, you get a Rolex or 7,500. You hit the rank of director, you would receive a travel pack for 2 for you and your significant other. Well, the border is gonna open, all right? But yeah, if it is you want to travel, you could do that, or you could choose $11,250. Remember, that's US. Okay, so for President Club, you can get a Porsche for 75,000. For Ambassador, Ferrari or 150,000. For Global Ambassador, you have a Lamborghini or 375,000 US dollars. Many people ask me, those figures that you all quoting and calling there, is that TT? No. All of the figures that you're seeing on the screen is USD equivalent. So you want to keep that in mind. So for iPad, from the executive to ambassador, we have seen real people gotten these real prizes. So our team leader, Mr. Salih Mohammed, he at executive, he would have received the prize for that. His upline, he would have received the Rolex or the funds because he at manager. And for his upline or for his leader, Mr. Kishon Veni would have received the prize for director as well. So we know people right here locally and even internationally would have received the Porsche. They would have taken the physical prize, the Porsche and the Ferrari. Real people getting real prizes, even if it is, I continue to say, that they decide to leave the company, they could take the car and go. They can take the prize and go. It's paid in full. All right, I stress that because that's just amazing. Yeah, so now we want to show some real results. For last week, we had 5.19%. Remember, I said nothing lower than 5% on a normal trading week, at least thus far. Okay, so look at the returns. Wherever you want to start or whatever it is you want to start to see coming in, you start there. You start where you're comfortable and work your way up. So on a $310.90, not bad, not much. All right, just remember I said you can increase that by sharing it with others, but these here are just passive returns. But check this out, they continue to accumulate. So when it is we look at the entire scheme of things from a month standpoint, then we're looking at 22.52%, 21.58% for the month of June and for the month of May. And then we have $40-something for 300. On a 3,000, we have $472. On a 30,000, we have $4,700 and something. And on a 100,000 contract, we have over 15,000, and that's US for the week. You don't have to do anything to earn this. That's really good business. There's no rocket science, as we would say. There's no maths there. It's there. It makes sense. Okay, so look at it. April 20.8%, March 23.99%, February 21.03%, January 21.78%. You all are seeing the consistency that the results that these traders are producing. Why not? That's the question. All right. In a year like 2020, we had 329.54%. Good stuff. Good stuff. So after I hear all of those things, the next question is how to get started. Well, I want to tell you that you must acquire Bitcoin. While all of the figures are in USD, the payment method is in Bitcoin. And this is very crucial to understand. While we may not know what is Bitcoin or may not understand fully what is Bitcoin and how it works and all of that, the company have a reason for going in this direction. While yes, everything is moving digitally, but understand that Bitcoin is decentralized. It owns by no one, no government, no banks, no anything like that. So no country can come down on this business. This business is here to last for a long time. And certain things like this would give us the assurance that it is there to last. So Mr. Pascal Lopez would have expressed a 20-year vision. And what it is you're looking at right now is a comparison between the Bitcoin and the fiat. So you look at that. While one was created by computers, the next was issued by the government. One has a fixed amount, which means that the more people get involved, the value would go up. And then with the fiat, there's inflation, unlimited printing, which means that the value would go down. So there are a lot of benefits here. All right. And when it is you get involved, you get to know more about the Bitcoin as well, because I didn't know anything about it before. So one thing I want to do first is get the Bitcoin. If you're not able to get it on your own, no problem. We have leaders who buy and sell the Bitcoin. So you just let the person know who would have invited you onto this call. You let them know which contract you want to get started with. They give you the TT equivalent. They give you the account details. You make the deposit and we move forward from there. All right. The next thing you want to get is the referral link. Please, if you're Googling Cashfx and you're trying to sign up, try to get in contact with somebody because you need a referral link to start. If you're getting through, then without a referral link, then it's a scam. It's not real. It is fake. Okay, so you need a referral link to sign up. When you do that, we'll walk you through the process until you reach the payment page. We'll make the payment for you once we are getting the Bitcoin for you. And then that is it. After 3 business days, you'll start to earn. Next question, how do you withdraw your money? Number 1 question. So as I said, the payment method is in Bitcoin, all right? So you can keep it in Bitcoin, or if it is you want it back in the fiat or in the TT, whichever currency that you use, then we can go back through the leaders. That's one option. Sell it back to them. They wire the money directly to you, to your bank account. The next option is we can introduce you to a global exchange MasterCard, where it is you can upload your Bitcoin onto the card, convert that to US, and then use that anywhere, whether online as a normal credit card, whether you want to go to any bank locally and withdraw the money, swipe the card and withdraw, you can do that. I'm telling you from experience, it works. No games, it works. Okay, so if it is you have any questions at this point in time, I want to urge you and encourage you to please reach back out to the person who would have invited you onto this call, onto this meeting. Get your questions answered, and we can't wait to welcome you on board. Why is this so important? Because hands-free income helps you to do what matters the most. So I want to thank you for your time, and I want to bid you a wonderful day. Right? You all take care.